The vision behind a flying Tesla. Let's face it, Elon Musk isn't exactly someone who plays it safe. This is the guy who shot a car into space just because he could. So, a flying Tesla is totally on brand. Musk has always been about pushing boundaries, whether it's colonizing Mars or turning flamethrowers into everyday gadgets. Seriously, who thought that was a good idea? The flying Tesla is no different. It's his way of taking the future straight out of sci-fi movies and dropping it right onto your driveway. Musk has mentioned that traffic is one of humanity's biggest headaches. And let's be real, who hasn't dreamed of skipping the morning gridlock by flying over it? Musk's vision isn't just about flexing tech muscles, it's about redefining urban transportation. If he pulls it off, the flying Tesla could turn bumper-to-bumper commutes into smooth aerial rides, assuming your neighbor doesn't crash land into your yard, of course. Now, let's talk specs, because you know Tesla doesn't do anything halfway. The flying Tesla is expected to pack some serious tech. Imagine combining the sleek design of a Tesla Roadster with jet-like propulsion. We're talking advanced electric thrusters, probably powered by cutting-edge batteries Musk hasn't even told us about yet. Think next-level lithium-ion or maybe something entirely new. Because why stick to basics when you're reinventing the wheel? Or wings, in this case. And of course, Tesla's famous autopilot will be on board, except this time, it's taking you up. Forget driving hands-free, now you'll be soaring hands-free. AI-powered navigation will handle everything from avoiding drones to landing gracefully on your backyard helipad. The design will also likely include safety features galore, because nobody wants their $2 million flying car plummeting mid-flight. Maybe Tesla will add airbags for your ego too, just in case you fail your first vertical landing attempt. Okay, here's where it gets wild. Musk has hinted at a roadster equipped with literal rocket thrusters. Yeah, you heard that right. Thrusters, like something straight out of NASA. He's mentioned vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, capabilities, meaning your flying Tesla won't need a runway. You could technically launch from your driveway, assuming your HOA doesn't freak out. The teased specs also hint at insane speeds. You'd be zooming through the air at hundreds of miles per hour, leaving traffic jams and your jealous neighbors in the dust. But don't worry, Musk has probably factored in stability and control. No one wants their first flight to feel like a roller coaster gone rogue. And while Musk hasn't spilled all the details, fans are speculating about potential height limits, flight range, and energy efficiency. Will it be able to dodge thunderstorms or seagulls? Who knows? But if Elon's behind it, you can bet it'll be just crazy enough to work. Or at the very least, make everyone else step up their game. So, are we ready for the flying Tesla? Probably not. But that's never stopped Musk before. Challenges and feasibility. So building a flying Tesla isn't as simple as slapping wings on a Model S and yelling, "Let's go." It's a crazy challenge. First off, you've got to think about air traffic. Sure, skipping ground-level gridlock sounds amazing, but imagine rush hour in the skies. The chaos? Who's going to organize that? A bunch of sky cops? Elon's going to need a whole new level of autopilot to make sure flying Teslas don't bump into each other like bumper cars at a fair. Then there's the whole power issue. Flying isn't exactly energy efficient. Cars on wheels only have to worry about rolling forward, but flying cars? They need the juice to lift off, stay in the air, and move around. Even Tesla's revolutionary batteries will need an upgrade. What if your flying Tesla runs out of battery midair? Is there going to be a parachute button? Musk better have thought this one through because no one wants their fancy $3 million car to turn into a falling rock. Finally, let's talk about regulations. Flying a car isn't like driving it to the mall. It's a whole new ballgame. Governments are going to want strict rules, licenses, and permits. Oh, and insurance? Don't even get me started. Forget full coverage. You'll probably need a policy that includes UFO damage and seagull collisions. Regardless of the challenges, flying Teslas could change the world in some mind-blowing ways. First up, say goodbye to regular commutes. Need to get to work? Hop in your Tesla, zoom over rooftops, and land on your office's rooftop helipad. Because in this future, every office obviously has one. Emergency services could also benefit big time. Imagine ambulances flying over traffic, or firefighters zipping into hard-to-reach areas. And let's not forget Musk's obsession with Mars. What if these flying Teslas are the stepping stone to future Martian transportation? Earth is cool and all, but you could be cruising through the red skies of Mars in your Tesla. Okay, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but with Musk, anything's possible. There's also a luxury factor here. The flying Tesla could become the ultimate flex for the ultra-rich. Forget yachts and Lamborghinis. Imagine pulling up to a party in a car that lands on the front lawn. the hype would be unreal. So when can we expect to see these flying Teslas in action? Well, if Musk's track record is anything to go by, he'll tease it for years before it actually takes off. Pun intended. He's already hinted at rocket thruster-equipped roadsters, which means the tech is slowly brewing. But don't hold your breath for a flying Tesla dealership opening anytime soon. These things are still in the early, wild idea phase. Development will probably take a while because Tesla isn't just creating a car. They're rewriting transportation as we know it. Think about it. The infrastructure, the tech, the regulations. It's like building an entirely new world, one sky road at a time. Musk has a lot on his plate with SpaceX, Neuralink, and other ventures, so the flying Tesla might take a backseat for now. That being said, knowing Musk, he'll drop some jaw-dropping prototype just to keep us hooked. A video of a Tesla levitating in his backyard? A demo flight over the SpaceX facility? It's coming, just not as soon as we'd like. Until then, we can only dream about cruising above the clouds. Elon style. Competition in the flying car market. Let's not kid ourselves. Tesla isn't the only player in the flying car game. Elon Musk may be the king of innovation, but there are a bunch of other companies rubbing their hands together, ready to snag a slice of the airborne pie. You've got big names like Boeing and Uber trying to turn flying cars into a thing, and then there are smaller startups like Joby Aviation and Terrafugia already testing prototypes. It's like a high-tech episode of Shark Tank, but the stakes are in the clouds. Tesla's advantage? They're Tesla. We all know Musk doesn't simply sell cars. He sells dreams. People will keep buying Teslas for the flex and the futuristic vibe, not just because they're good for the environment. But competitors have a head start when it comes to making actual flying vehicles. Companies like Lilium are already testing all-electric air taxis, and they've got a head start on navigating the tricky aviation regulations. Will Tesla's innovation outweigh their late entry? Time will tell, or Elon might just buy the competition and slap a Tesla logo on it. One thing's for sure, the flying car market is about to get as crowded as an airport terminal at Christmas. And honestly, we're here for the drama. Impact on society. Flying Teslas would totally change the way we live, and not always in ways you'd expect. Sure, the idea of skipping traffic and arriving at school or work via sky-high cruising sounds epic, but have you really thought about the logistics? First of all, where are you going to park your flying car? Rooftop garages? Floating parking lots? Imagine the chaos of parallel parking mid-air. And what happens to the rest of us mere mortals stuck on the ground? Flying Teslas could make regular cars look as outdated as flip phones, turning highways into ghost towns. But let's be real, only the super rich will be zipping around in these things at first. The rest of us will just be standing in our backyards, looking up at the sky and muttering, "Must be nice." On the plus side, flying Teslas could cut travel time dramatically. Need to visit grandma who lives 3 states away? No problem. Just hop in your Tesla and you're there before she finishes baking cookies. Emergency services like ambulances and police could get places way faster too. But on the downside, what's stopping criminals from turning flying cars into getaway vehicles? Sky-high heists. Elon better have a good security system ready. The hype factor. Nobody hypes up an idea like Elon Musk. He could announce that Tesla is working on a self-cleaning toaster, and the internet would lose its collective mind. So when Musk teases a flying Tesla, oh boy, the hype train goes off the rails. Or should I say, off the runway. Social media is already buzzing with memes and speculative fan art of Teslas soaring through clouds like it's Fast and Furious, Skydrift. People don't even care if the tech is feasible. They just want to believe in the dream. It's like that kid in your class who promises to build a jetpack one day. You know it's far-fetched, but you root for them anyway. Flying Teslas feel like the future we've been promised in sci-fi movies. Remember watching Back to the Future as a kid and thinking, why don't we have flying cars yet? Well, Elon is the guy who's actually trying to make it happen. Of course, with great hype comes great pressure. If Tesla doesn't deliver, the internet will roast them harder than a Thanksgiving turkey. But let's be honest, the world isn't even mad about delays. We're just here for the memes, the wild ideas, and the possibility that one day we'll finally be able to tell gravity, "You're not the boss of me." In the end, flying Teslas show what humanity can achieve when ambition meets creativity. Or, when Elon Musk gets bored and decides to shake things up again. Either way, we're here for the ride.